Eat, Sleep, Dream English is all about teaching you fresh, modern British English. So today, I'm going to give you guys 10 brand new words that you need to be using. This is going to be super useful, guys. So let's get going. Let's get straight into number one. Triggered. Triggered. This is an adjective, and if something makes you feel triggered, it causes a negative emotional reaction inside you. Usually because this reminds you of a negative or difficult or upsetting event or place or person in the past. And if something is making you feel this, then it's triggering. Triggering. So for example, you might listen to a song that reminds you of an ex-partner, and that causes negative feelings. Maybe you're upset, you're annoyed, you're angry for whatever reason. So that song is triggering. The song is triggering. You feel triggered, but the song is triggering. So this could be a place that you go to, it could be a song that you listen to, it could be anything. It causes this negative feeling, this negative emotion, and it reminds you of a past happening, a past event that isn't good. So an example sentence: I can't listen to this song, it's too triggering. I can't listen to this song, it's too triggering. Number two, this one I hear all the time. It's being used so much these days. It is what it is. It is what it is. This essentially means that you have to deal with a difficult or negative situation. There's nothing you can do about it. You have to suffer it. You have to go through it. It is what it is. So for example, there's some building work going on next to my home, and it's really loud. It wakes me up every morning, and it goes on all day and all night as well. Well, not all night, but almost. I was talking to a friend about it the other day, and they said, you know, is it really annoying you? And I was like, look, it is what it is. Like, I have to suffer it. There's nothing I can do about it. I just have to get through it. It won't be forever. Hopefully they'll finish the building, but for now, it is what it is. So as I said, this could relate to anything. It's just about you accepting the difficult situation, that you understand there's nothing I can do about it. Number three, feels. Feels. It's basically short for feelings. Feelings, emotions. You might have heard the Calvin Harris song, Feels, starring Pharrell Williams and Katy Perry. That has the line, don't be afraid to catch feels. Don't be afraid to start feeling things. Don't be afraid to start liking someone or whatever it might be. So yeah, maybe you're in the early stages of a relationship with someone and you say, I'm starting to develop feels for you. I'm starting to develop feels for you. That means like, yeah, feelings, emotions. You're starting to like that person. This is a great adjective, hangry. Hangry. You're combining two words, hungry and angry. Put them together, you get hangry. And what does it mean? Well, it's that feeling you get of anger because you haven't eaten, because you are hungry. Have you ever felt like that before? I certainly have, and many people I know around me have. The solution, of course, is to eat some food and then you won't feel hangry. But yeah, it's a real thing, hangry. Example sentence, let's eat some food before we both get hangry. Let's eat some food before we both get hangry. Here's another modern adjective, woke. Woke. Now the meaning is to be aware of current events, current affairs, to make sure that you're involved in what's going on in the world, politically, socially, etc. Now this word came from the African American community, but it's kind of grown beyond that now, so even over here in Britain we're using it. I guess the reason they've used the word woke is to remind you to keep your eyes open, to be aware of what's going on around you. So an example sentence, in these changing times, it's important for everyone to stay woke. In these changing times, it's important for everyone to stay woke. Now, so many of us use social media and particularly Instagram. Well, Instagram is of course a noun, Instagram, but it's become a verb as well. To Instagram something. And it basically means just to upload a photo to Instagram. So you might say to someone, just give me a minute, I need to Instagram this. Just give me a minute, I need to Instagram this. So I need to put this photo onto Instagram. If you want to put this into the past tense, it's regular. I Instagram that photo of you and me. I Instagram that photo of you and me. Of course you could just say I put that photo on Instagram, that's totally fine, but this is another way to say it. And in addition to that, Instagram, the noun, has been shortened down to Insta as well. So just to make life easier for people. So for example, do you follow Michelle Obama on Insta? Do you follow Michelle Obama on Insta? That would be an example of Instagram shortening down to Insta. Speaking of Instagram, there's a few kind of phrases that I see on there. One of them is IRL. IRL, in real life. I guess because we live so much of our lives on social media and digitally, that people have now come up with the acronym IRL to talk about, well, this didn't happen digitally, it didn't happen online, it happened in real life. So you might see it on social media, or you might use it in instant messaging. Maybe you go on holiday, you put a holiday photo and you said, this place was beautiful, but it was super busy IRL. It was like really busy in real life. So the photo shows a really beautiful place, but actually in real life, it was full of people and yeah, very busy. Another word that you'll often see written as well is yes. Y-A-S, or Y-A-S-S-S-S-S, or Y-A-A-A-S-S-S-S. There's no real way of spelling it, but you'll see in Instagram they've got stickers that you can add to your Insta stories, for example, with this word. It just means yes, but in a very excited way. So yeah, you might add this word to your Insta stories, or yeah, you might put it in a reply to a comment. Maybe you want to show that you're very happy for someone. They just passed their driving test and they put a photograph on Instagram, and then you just write yes underneath. You are like really happy. You'll see this word mostly in written English on social media, but it is spoken as well. A word that I've seen used so much more in the last couple of years is vibes. Vibes, and it just means like feelings or emotions. And you'll see, for example, good vibes. I see that all the time on social media and around good vibes. It just means like positive emotions, positive feelings. So you might walk into a cafe and say, oh, it's got really good vibes. Like it feels good, like the atmosphere, feelings of the place, they feel positive. You might add another adjective, for example, chilled vibes, like relaxing feelings. You might talk about a seaside town and say, oh, it's got really chilled vibes. Like it's really relaxed, is what you're saying. So this isn't a new word as such, but it is being widely used much more than it used to be. And I think maybe social media has a lot to do with that. And the last phrase, this phrase is another one that I see on social media. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. So it's quite cryptic, it's a bit mysterious. It's kind of separating the people that have knowledge of this thing and all the rest of you. You don't understand. So someone might post a selfie and they're wearing a t-shirt with a symbol on it. And then they'll just write, if you know, you know. And what they're saying there is, it's like there's like this club of people who have knowledge of what that t-shirt means. Maybe it's the logo of a band. So if you know that that's the logo of a band, then yeah, you know. And for all the rest of you, you don't know, and they're not going to explain to you what it means. It's quite an elitist phrase actually. I don't really like it that much because it's kind of putting a dividing line between the people that have knowledge of this thing and all the rest of you, and I don't really like that. Anyway, it's a phrase that I see and hear quite a lot these days, so yeah, good to know. Alright, those were 10 new English words that you need to be using in 2018. Maybe you don't need to use them, but you need to be aware of them, especially if you're going on social media, on Instagram, Facebook, etc. Then you'll need to know, what do these words mean, what do these phrases mean. I hope that's been useful for you guys. This is the kind of lesson that you're not going to find in your English course book. This is fresh, modern British English, which is what we do here at Eat, Sleep, Dream English. Remember guys, I've got my YouTube membership scheme. You can hit the join button below this video and come and be a part of the Eat, Sleep, Dream English YouTube community. It'd be fantastic to have you over there. I've got new videos out every Tuesday and every Friday. Join me on Instagram, join me on Facebook. But until next time guys, this is Tom, the Chief Dreamer, saying goodbye.